Welcome back to Unbound Faith. We're in Genesis today, chapter
Yeah.
6.
Oh, chapter 6.
And I don't know, it feels kind of like you hit the reset button on creation.
It's like we're only on chapter 6,
Right.
and it's like, whoa, okay, we need to do something drastic here. Humanity is, well, God sees that.
Yeah, and this really sets the stage for everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it gives us a little insight, I think, into God's heart.
It really does.
Because, I mean, when you read this, you really get the sense that God is
Oh, yeah.
grieving
Heartbroken.
the state of humanity.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little. I mean, it's pretty bleak.
Yeah, it doesn't...
This picture that's painted in these verses.
No, it doesn't hold back, does it? It's
Yeah.
like every corner of human existence is just filled with wickedness, violence, just really a sense that things have gone so far astray.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, how different is it really today? I mean, do we see echoes of this
Oh,
in our
absolutely.
own time?
I think the specifics might change, right? The outward manifestations of that brokenness might look a little different now than they did then. But those core issues, the selfishness, the lust for power, the violence, that seems to be tragically a part of
Frankly,
like
it's-
human experience.
Yeah. And then in the middle of all of this, we encounter these mysterious Nephilim,
Yeah.
these
The mighty men of old, men of renown.
offspring of the sons of God, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's
And human women.
right. That's the $1 million question right there. Who are these sons of God? And,
Yeah.
you know, your sources mention different viewpoints on this. And it's one of those passages that's fascinated theologians for centuries. Some see them as fallen angels, others as human rulers, maybe, who corrupted the line of Seth. But I think what's more important than nailing down exactly who they were is what their presence represents. It's this blurring of boundaries.
Yeah.
It's this sense that the world is spinning further and further away from the order that it was created to have.
And I love what you said about that it's more about what it represents than really who they were. Because we could get all hung up on that and really miss the bigger point,
Yeah.
which is this is a world that is
Yeah.
hurting.
It's a world that's groaning
Yeah.
under the weight of humanity's choices.
Yeah. And we see that in what I think is a heartbreaking verse, Genesis 6.6,
Yeah.
where we're told that God regretted making human beings and his heart was deeply troubled.
It's a profound and unsettling image, isn't it? The creator of the universe, overcome with sorrow
Yeah.
over the state of his creation. But
there's hope.
and this is crucial. God's grief doesn't lead to inaction. It's
Right.
it's coupled with this amazing, boundless capacity for grace and mercy.
Yeah. And that's where our buddy Noah comes in,
Yeah, Noah.
right? This beacon of righteousness
In a world
in the middle of all this.
awash in wickedness.
Yeah. And God makes a covenant with him.
He does.
And he's going to preserve Noah and his family through this flood.
And you know what's interesting to me, too, about this whole story is God could just said, okay, Noah, I'm going to take you and your family and we're going to go start over. But he doesn't. He says, I want you to build this ark. And not just any ark. I mean, this thing's huge.
I know, 300 cubits. Who could even imagine that?
It's massive.
Huh.
And not just that, he says, I want you to bring 2 of every kind of animal on this ark. And so it's this picture, right? It's not subtle, is it? This story.
No, it's meant to grab our attention.
Yes. It's meant to make us stop and say, what is going on here?
Yeah. And you talk about a testament to faith and obedience. I mean, Noah doesn't
Yeah.
question this. He doesn't hesitate.
He doesn't say, well, God, are you sure you really want to do all this? Maybe we should.
What about the logistics, right?
Yeah, what about my back? My old aching back? No, he
He gets to work.
gets to work.
He listens. And he follows through meticulously, right? All these instructions. I mean, can you imagine?
Well, and I think that's what's so challenging for us today, because in a world where we're constantly bombarded with information, with opinions, with different voices telling us what to do, what to think, how often do we actually just stop and listen, really listen to that still, small voice?
It's humbling,
It is.
isn't it?
It really is.
It makes you think about your own life.
Yeah.
When have you felt that call to action?
Yeah.
Even when it's unclear. What lies ahead? What does it mean to walk in faith, even when you're surrounded by doubt?
And I think that's the thing. It's not about the absence of doubt, is it? It's about saying, okay, God, I don't have all the answers. I don't know what the future holds, but I trust you. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most important takeaway from Genesis 6, that even in a world that seems to be overrun by darkness, that's there's still hope. There's still hope. There's still grace, and there's still that opportunity to choose righteousness, just like Noah.
And from unbound faith, may you be granted the strength and courage to walk in righteousness, just like Noah. Even amidst the storms of life, may you find peace in knowing that even when the world feels chaotic and uncertain, you are not alone.